most young women are taught badly that the most important thing that they'll do in their life is their career, and that's simply not true. It's not true for most people, and it's certainly not true for most women.
I certainly wasn't taught that myself.
Liar, you were taught that. Guys, she just started with lying from the beginning. We all know that the feminist movement, we understand at this point the length that the feminist movement will go to indoctrinate women, even young men too, to indoctrinate them with this ideology that for them to be considered important, for them to find happiness, for them to be considered strong and independent, they have to pursue a career. They have to make sure that they have a career and ignore everything else. So when this woman says that she wasn't taught that, we know she's lying. She is lying.
I feel like I'm doing quite well in my career, but I still have pressure.
Of course, we know that.
People who are saying, you know, when are you actually going to succeed properly by having a baby?
Yeah.
I kind of find that slightly offensive. I'm 38. I feel like I've got through my early 30s without almost luckily, when I look at what my friends have to deal with their children, I almost feel a little bit blessed. What do you say to that?
That is a lie, guys. Please do not believe women when they say this. When you see a woman, especially feminists, that say that when she sees her friends with their babies and sees what they go through, she feels blessed for the fact that she doesn't have to go through those things because she doesn't have children. Guys, it is a lie. You cannot beat evolutionary biology. You cannot beat your nature. Nature is a complete dictator. You cannot beat it. Nature has programmed women to be able to give birth. Now, to be willing to do those things, which is giving birth, getting pregnant for 9 months and going to labor and giving birth, nature has given them that psychology that makes them want to give birth. It's just like we have seen animals and insects that their reproduction process basically ends their life, but yet they still go through with those reproduction process. They know for sure that they're going to reproduce and then they're going to die immediately after. Check out the male octopus. The male octopus basically dies after mating with the female octopus, but what does he do? He goes anyway and mates with the female octopus, because you cannot beat your biology. You cannot beat nature. Nature dictates that women find ultimate happiness and fulfillment from having family and children. And this woman right here is saying that she feels blessed whenever she sees her friends that have children and sees what they have to go through raising those children. She is lying. This woman, if she finds a 6-foot child today that says, "Come, I want to marry you, let's have children together," she would go straight to him and have babies with him. This is how feminists lie. Feminists, they lie every single time they are in public to cover up their misery. This is the kind of woman that gets home, take wine and drink a lot to make sure she doesn't think herself to death. Let's go on with the video.
Well, I would say that it starts to get pretty lonesome in life after 45 if you don't have a family.
Boom.
You know?
Exactly that. That's all she needs to hear. It gets pretty lonesome after 45 if you don't have a family. Even for men. This is true even for men. The only thing is that men have this natural capacity or natural ability to ignore emotions and focus on logic. So when you are someone that has that natural capability, you tend to not worry too much about things that are emotional, but women are known for being emotional. Their superpower is literally being emotional. So when loneliness hits them, loneliness that normally comes after the age of 40, let me say mid 40s, for some women already mid 30s, loneliness begins to come. When loneliness hit women, them being super emotional makes it even worse for them. That is why women try to, as soon as women get to the age of 40, they are already as soon as women get to the age of 30, they are already panicking. They want to have children because they know how lonely it gets, and this woman knows it. That's why I already said that she's lying. She knows it. She's trying to make herself look good because she's trying to represent the feminist movement right now in public.
And so it's easy to consider the utility of an intense.
Look at her face, guys. Look at her face. Just look how she's looking at Jordan Peterson. This is the face of a woman that is trying to force a smile, that is trying to create a neutral face, as if she's not being bothered by the fact that she has a career, she has money, she probably has her own space, her own garden, her dogs and her cats, but she still can't figure out how to keep a man. How to keep the kind of man that she wants. This is the face of a woman that's trying to cover up her misery. This woman is miserable. It's obvious. If you are someone who has talked to a lot of miserable women that have this huge feminist ego, that they are trying to cover up their misery every day, if you talk to them, you know immediately from looking at this woman that she's trying to cover up her misery.
Career, and like you have a very high quality career too, that's something that marks you out from let's say more typical people, and perhaps that's worth more of a sacrifice. But you're going to live till you're 90 in all likelihood, and it's not easy to consider your life across its entire span, and there's something to be said for
what many of these feminist women don't understand is that as a woman, you get to a certain point. Once you reach that point, it's literally impossible to find a man that will stay with you. They don't understand this one. They just believe that their most important years that are supposed to be used to look for a stable relationship with a man who cares about them and loves them. They think those years are supposed to be used to chase a career and ignore completely relationships. So when they now get to age like 30, 35 years old, they start looking for a man that will take them serious, but they don't find that man. All the men they see that they like just want to have sex with them and throw them back to the street. Now they keep asking themselves, I have all this money, I have this house, I have my dogs, I take care of myself, I buy my stuff, I pay my bills. Why can't I have a man? Why can't I have a man? Why can't I keep a man? They don't know that it does not matter what you have. As a woman, what you have does not matter. Is the time and the point of your life that you are in that matters. If you get to 30 years old, 35 years old, 40 years old, it's harder. They don't understand this. It's not about what you have. It's about the point in which you are in your life right now. And mostly your age. It's mostly your age that indicates the point which you are.
Developing a very close-knit, intimate community around you, if you can manage it. You have children and then you have grandchildren, and that, to me,
Guys, we're gonna leave this video here. If you like the video, if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel, comment below, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next video.